Hey guys, so in today's video I'm going to talk to you the process about how I started up my first business. So as I said back in the first video, my life ambition was always to have my own business, and how in January 2018 that changed. So I started the new year, and that was when I thought straight away that it would be a nice way to start the new year with my own business. So I started the first movement and I took notes of what I was interested in and how I could turn it into a business. And it was a long list, and it took me a long process in order to narrow it down. So the business I narrowed it down to was a designer clothing company. So the reason I chose this business was because it was something I had a huge passion for, and I knew what the typical customer looked like, which would help with marketing the company. So when I was doing market research, I discovered that there wasn't really much of a gap in the market, and there's a lot of already established and large nationwide competitors. But I knew there was a way around this, and the way I took advantage was I sort of researched different marketing strategies that each business used. I look at their advantages, their disadvantages, and what they didn't use. I wrote down all the things they didn't do, all their disadvantages, and used them to my advantage. And the biggest disadvantage that I saw was because the competitors were already large and already established, and the people just went to them naturally, that they didn't use marketing strategies such as Facebook and Instagram. So I knew straight away that my main marketing platform would be social media. And as I said, because I knew who my customer was, this will make things 10 times easier. The business is called Casual Apparel Co, and it's a terrace wear clothing company. And towards the end of January, when I started work on the website, which took me around 2 weeks to get set up. And although it was only a basic website, it still had the feel that it was based around what it is. And when you sort of landed on the website straight away, people knew who the website was based at, which is always helpful because there's nothing worse than going on a website thinking it's what you're after, but it's not. And that was sort of one thing that I avoided with this, was as soon as you landed on the homepage, you knew instantly who the website was aimed for. So for this business, I didn't actually own any stock. I used a method called drop shipping, which I think for startup businesses is massive. So the way in which this works is you work with people who are operationally great, who have a good supply chain and a good range of stock, and are also willing to work with you. So I have a couple of different companies on board who have a good supply chain, have a good amount of stock. And whenever I get an order through, the order comes through me, and then I send it off to the relevant company who deals with the order as a white label service, which means when the customer receives their item, they don't actually know who it's come from. So they don't know if it's come from me or if it's come from another company, which this is a huge advantage to start a business because they haven't got the cost of having to get the stock in. You only pay when you have an order through. Sometimes using the drop shipping method can be quite difficult because it's crucial that you instantly find and go ahead with working a successful company who is committed to working with you. Because the last thing you want is to be working with a company that's not so keen, but who agrees to work with you, but fails to do their side of the part. So one of my unique selling points for Casual Apparel was that I wanted to sell items less than RRP, because it's a huge attraction. If people know they can get stuff cheaper, then that'll what attract them to a business, because that's what people want. People want to save money these days. So it took me a few weeks and a good couple of messages to find that correct company, but it was worth it, because at the start I spoke to businesses who I could have got on board and could have worked with, but I didn't think they were run well and didn't think they sort of had the business background to be able to work with us and to be reliable. This is always worth whether it takes a month or whether it takes 6 months to find that right supplier, it's always worth taking the time, because as I said, the last thing you want is finding a reliable supplier. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I hope you found all the information valuable. I look forward to seeing you next time. I'd like to say a massive thank you for watching this video. I hope all the information you took on board was valuable, and hopefully you picked up some tips along the way. If you do have any questions at all, please feel free to leave any comments or get in touch. I look forward to you next time.